Hey, it always like shows me. Where's my drink? Shows me before I think it's going to. Whatever. Okay, I don't have time, but was a bit thirsty. Um, so I wanted to discuss uh a schedule change a bit because I want to diversify the platforms a little bit. I had some weird stuff happen with how's it going, Torin? With just some subscribers. I was unsubscribed from my own channel, but like my other personal channel, which is just Tyler Goldstein, was unsubscribed from Theory of Everyone, which is weird. Not something I am aware that I did at all. I don't know why I would do that. I don't know how that would accidentally happen either. So I'm trying to diversify the platforms a little bit, and I also have been neglecting Instagram quite a bit. I used to do simultaneous lives, if anybody remembers that, to Instagram and here. But I've also been on Clubhouse the last few nights and had like pretty outstanding success with it, actually. I was actually got to be a mod of a room, and I got like well over 100 subscribers in like, I don't even know, 2 days. And I mean, it was definitely very interesting. It was like mainly discussions on UFOs and uh, I don't know. It was fascinating. I was modding a room and I actually got to let Eric Weinstein into the room. I felt really cool, just being honest. But uh, but it's been a good time talking to everybody on there. So um, I am encouraging you to get on Clubhouse. Follow me on Clubhouse so that I can move some of these discussions over to there, maybe on Sunday nights, maybe on Monday nights. But I will be doing something every Monday at 9. It will be much shorter than these streams are uh, on YouTube. I'm going to continue doing streams. You got bored of Instagram and almost never use it. I like Instagram. YouTube is just the best. It is. Like, I'll admit that. But I have really good, like, the community on Instagram with my work is a good one. So I understand why it's like kind of simple, and I don't know, it's sensors and stuff like that. But so does all of them. So do all of them. But I'd like to put more effort into that community. I've been neglecting it a little bit, and but I'll be doing lives on there at least every Monday, or I will be doing clubhouses. We'll see. Maybe I'll alternate. I gotta let you guys know, but I think I'm going to, for the normal schedule, move my 9 o'clock discussions that are normally held here to another platform. Just because also it gives people a break a little bit. I mean, if you stream every single night, it's difficult to keep up with sometimes for people, I feel like. And at least knowing from my own personal experience, maybe you guys can write about it in the chat. Give me your thoughts on all of this, by the way. I want to hear everybody's thoughts. Continuing to do Discord discussions every Thursday, continuing to do at 7, continuing to do YouTube discussions every Tuesday and Wednesday, starting at usually 7:20 is when I start. They're going to continue to be long. I really like that. But with the length of them and the the amount that I was streaming on here, I feel like it's a little difficult to keep up with, because when I do stream, I want them to be long. I don't want them to be, you know, 15 minutes. I do want to make clips and make videos that are a little shorter than our streams, but the Tuesdays and Wednesday streams, I like that they're long. You know, they're definitely always over an hour. Sometimes they're over 3 hours. And I have no intention of changing that. I think that's important. But to do 3 nights in a row over 3 hours it's a lot for me, but that's not really the point because I'm not really taking any work differences here because I mean not that much because I'm still going to be doing stuff just going to be on other platforms, but it might not be as long. It might be as long. I have no idea. It just depends. Clubhouse is still new to me, but I would like to do maybe every other Monday on Clubhouse starting at 9, maybe every other, um, you know, Monday I'll do Instagram Live or something like that because I just need to spread it out. It's very weird that I was unsubscribed from my own channel. That's that's weird. Like I can't have everything only on YouTube. I need to put it everywhere else. But Clubhouse really grew my Twitter following as well, which the goal isn't to build just followers. Like the goal is to build a community of people who are actually interested in the work. And that the goal though also is to diversify the distribution network of that information all, for multiple reasons. One, it builds the community. Not everybody uses YouTube. Some people use Instagram. There's a guy, Res Philosopher. He's always on my Instagram streams, and I got on like a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "You're back," and I was like, "I've never left. I'm just moved over to YouTube." I was like, "You can move to YouTube and just watch it, or listen. It's easier actually because I don't know if you have YouTube Premium, you can get off of the window and continue listening, and it's just I like it, but it's much cleaner, the background and everything like that, but it's also, and the screen sharing, everything is about it is nicer. But at the same time, he was just like, well, I use Instagram. I was like, well, that's probably true. Some people just like their platforms, and but I don't normally get much engagement on Twitter. I just use it to like spout my angry thoughts sometimes about government and culture. But I gained an enormous amount of followers after going on in the Clubhouse talks the other night, which was interesting. And they were people who were interested in consciousness. So there is this guy on Instagram I have been discussing with. I'm going to get off of, not on Instagram, on Clubhouse and Instagram. He goes by Nate Night Talks. I've been discussing UFOs and consciousness with him the past few, discussions, and I kind of want to continue that. I know his talk is going on right now on Clubhouse, so I'm probably going to get off here, go check out to see what they're discussing. I might stay on there. I might not, and I might move to Instagram. I don't really know how I feel about. Maybe I could just get on a Clubhouse talk here and just like see what it's like. But is that like bad? I don't know. It's like public, right? It's not like it's a private conversation. But let's see. Maybe I could do Clubhouse and here at the same time. That'd be nice. But hold on, let's see here. 9:30. See, this is Clubhouse.
Solar catastrophe cycle, and there's another
And
one coming, very destructive solar flare in
just making sure I'm not
2048,
online.
and
But
this could
people
be,
are
again,
involved in
when
these
it leads
conversations.
population overrun
You have to get an invite. Yes, you do. So if you, I have a few invites though. I will give them out.
total destructive solar
Message me on Instagram, even now if you want, and it can be my Theory of Everyone Instagram, or it can be my personal Instagram. Doesn't matter. I'll send you an invite if you're one of the first like 6. I think I only have 6 to give out, so I would do it quickly if you want to join. But I'm hoping to start a, some talks that are on consciousness on this platform. was in one with on UFOs with Brian Keating and Eric Weinstein and a bunch of other physicists the other day. And there's I want to engage more in the ones that are on consciousness, because the UFO talks got into consciousness, and then people were like, we need to keep it more like in line, which I get. Because if you bring up consciousness, it just goes everywhere because it's the theory of everyone. But I'm going to even try and keep my discussions on there more focused away from psychedelics and remote viewing all the time. Like, I want to have conversations about those things, but I'm much more interested in like the structure of what consciousness is, more so than like, you know, whether or not you actually go somewhere different when you're on DMT, or whether or not you can do remote viewing. I believe you do all those things, and I believe it's all true. So it's not like much more to discuss. But you know, what is consciousness? This is the debate, you know, like this is the discussion that isn't really going anywhere, but it's also going somewhere a little bit in some ways with Roger Penrose's work and a few other people. But it's very few, and it's important to engage with communities. If science, like people tell, I know, listen to like some people get into these debates of, is science an individualistic pursuit? Is it a community pursuit? And it's always both if it's real. Real scientific breakthrough is done on your own because it involves always going against the norm. But then you eventually have to bring that work, you know, and those implications and revelations and whatever it is, results that you have developed and encountered to a community, or else what's the point? And so it's always a superposition, like everything that's real. And so I will continue to you know, do my personal work, but also it's very important to engage in communities at this point. I will have my paper, my first, on my website. There is, under writings, there's Reimagining 1 and 0. It's like a short paper. It changes every now and then, but it's pretty consistent. I've also been writing this other paper. I've showed it in Discord discussions before. Join our Discord, message me on Instagram whenever you want, and you can join our Discord discussions every Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. They're always a good time. But I've showed, I do a lot of like behind the scenes stuff there, and we discuss more sensitive topics and things that you would normally be censored for. So it's a good conversation. I recommend, you know, getting the link from me. But message me about it on Instagram, or else I'm not so great at seeing that you message me. I don't even know if you can message people on YouTube so much. But yeah, I'm working on the second paper, being finished by the end of this month, and it's probably the most important paper of them all. It's definitely the foundational paper of my work. Other than, I guess, Reimagining 1 and 0, which is, it is a necessity to understand the rule change between 0 meaning infinity and 0 meaning nothing in objective mathematics or meta mathematics or metaphysics, whatever you want to call it. And that is already written out on my website. But I hope to add the next paper. It's a very important one, by the end of the month. Definitely before my wedding, which is middle of next month. So it's coming. It definitely has to happen soon. And then after that, it's going to be really, really helpful to, I think, start really pushing, engaging in more communities. And it is important to release the work across multiple platforms, because I don't really trust any other form of publishing, really. I am going to attempt to get this one published professionally. I'm going to reach out to my old philosophy professor about it, but that doesn't mean it's going to get published. So I've kind of been relying on this strategy of just releasing my work everywhere, tons of it. Anyone here could help if they make a Theory of Everyone's Clipped channel and clip up the best clips of this stuff and, put it up. That'd be awesome. But if you can't, I will eventually end up doing it, which is fine too. But it just takes time. So yeah, that's that. Message me on Instagram. Let's see this real quick, actually. Like this one right now. How do you know something is of alien origin? This is a clubhouse going on. I've been invited to all of these UFO ones because I know a lot about the topic. I do think, though, I will say, I asked Eric Weinstein, and he didn't answer me. He just got off the conversation, but did ask him on Clubhouse if he would elaborate on his discussion with Brian Keating, where Brian asked, are there extraterrestrial intelligences capable of interstellar travel right now? And Eric said, well, I think they're terrestrial intelligences. Starting to think there's just a theory that he thinks that these aliens are not aliens. And they might not be aliens. It makes more sense with my model that they're not aliens. And that they're basically like humans from the past or humans from the future. And they're definitely technologically in a different spot than us. I don't even want to say more advanced. They are more advanced in some ways, but I don't know if it's really more advanced or just different. Like, I don't know if they could make a SpaceX rocket just because they can go warp. Like, starting to think that one's not more advanced than the other. It's just different. And interesting idea. But we'll talk more about that tomorrow because that's a long conversation. And it's a good one. I do think they're terrestrial as well, though. But I don't think I think at least some of them are. I don't know about all of them. Like, the evidence of my work suggests that they're humans, either from Atlantis or essentially holdovers, or they are from, the future. I don't know. I know Eric Weinstein's been focusing on multi-time dimensions with this. That implies to me that he thinks maybe they're from the future. I don't know. He won't really say. I think he's definitely has much more refined thoughts on it than he's letting on. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't have any evidence that they're from another planet. It makes more sense that they're not, but it might be both. Like, you always think that it's like when you always think that one thing is right, and then out of two options, and the reality is that they're both right at the same time, and you just haven't contextualized it properly into a superposition. But who knows how we would ever find out any of that? It would probably just have to be revealed by whoever's driving the UFOs. And we'd have to take them at their word. But anyways, I am going to get on Clubhouse. Message me on Instagram if you want if you want an invite. I'll send you an invite. And also message me on Instagram for a Discord link. But if I don't stay on Clubhouse, I will get on Instagram. But you can still message me on Instagram if I'm not on there, and I'll give you a Clubhouse link if you want to join the Clubhouse discussion. So that's that. Like I said, I'm keeping it short because I just want to focus on this message. But tomorrow I will be back at 7:20, which really means 7:30 usually. And same thing with Wednesday night, and those will be long conversations on the work, not on schedule changes. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, or actually now let me know your thoughts on Instagram or in the comments below this, not on the chat, because I won't be paying attention to the chat anymore. I'm looking at it now, though. I think that breakaways, yeah, that makes more sense to me, too. But anyways, message me, and I'll get you guys links. But otherwise, I will see you on here tomorrow, 7:30. About. Thanks.